play around. Call the gang up, it's time to put it down. Rise, cocoa butter skin glistening. Pioneer in the industry. I'm a pioneer in these fucking streets. Yeah, I'm GHETTO, but I'm still a boss bitch from the motherfucking go. Nigerian, born to immigrants, dual citizens, so we gotta represent first class flights.
Before the stages, before the flights, before the credits, there was just a girl with a lot of heart and a lot of faith. My name is Titi LoKei, and this journey didn't start with applause. It started with persistence, with showing up when nobody was watching, with trusting God when the math wasn't mathing. I've spent over 20 years moving through this music, rap, Afrobeats, dance, performing, sometimes loud, sometimes quiet, sometimes behind the scenes. I've been in rooms I've once prayed to even walk past. And I've also been in seasons where survival mattered more than success. I'm chill by nature, a little girly, a little tomboy. I care deeply, sometimes too deeply. But I've always known one thing: I was built to last. This isn't a story about overnight success. This is a story about endurance, resilience, about faith, about staying low-key while the world catches up. How did I get the name LoKei, Titi LoKei? Originally, my first name was actually Diamond, but because Diamond the rapper came out with Crime Mob, I had to change my name. And at that time, I remember being on the phone with one of my friends, Dante, and I was like, I want a name that really describes my personality. And he was like, well, how would you describe your personality? I was like, I'm chill, I'm low-key, like, I don't be into no drama, you know. People see me and they don't even know I'm an artist, they don't know I'm a dancer, like, I'm just low-key. He was like, well, why is that not your name? I'm like, boom, LoKei. And I decided to spell it a little different. Instead of a Y, I have an I, so K-E-I, L-O-K-E-I. And Titi is my name, Titi LoKei. That's my name. So it just ended up going Titi LoKei, forever low-key, because technically Titi LoKei is like translated to like forever grateful, you know, forever thankful. So now it's kind of like forever low-key. And that's me. I'm just super chill. You would never know what I'm about, what I've done, the rooms I've been in, unless you watch this documentary, right? So I stay low-key. And I have a song called LoKei on the album, so make sure you check it out.
We rolling?
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to my world. No. Yeah. Makeup by Grace right now.
Say hi, Grace. Sorry.
No.
Hi.
We are preparing for my first on-air interview. Paranoid 2.3, True Star Radio.
Titi LoKei, you on the set of your very first video?
Yes, so.
It's
been a long day. Still have more to go.
Get in front of them. Now look at me though.
No, we got Titi LoKei in the building.
Woo-hoo.
How you doing? How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I see you looking fly.
Thank you. I try small.
I feel you. The Afro Trap Queen.
Yes.
My name is Titi LoKei. I guess Nigeria, also Chicago, Illinois.
I want to tell you just to keep pushing. Don't let anybody tell you no. No is never an answer. If you believe in yourself, do what you gotta do, and you will get where you want to go. But don't let anybody give you negativity. Surround yourself with positive people, and it will pay off. Yes, sir. Hey. Sexy mama. If you a sexy mama,
Who was I at the very beginning? A super fun, bubbly kid. I loved like hanging outside, playing sports, running around, dancing, double dutch, all of that. Like I was just a kid who just loved enjoyment. I grew up in Nigerian church, and my mom talks about how before I can even talk, I was grabbing the mic with the choir and just humming sounds. So, and jumping around, you know, like music has always just spoken to me. I would say the moment I realized music wasn't just something I loved, it wasn't just a hobby, was my first performance. I was only about 5 years old. It was at the Park District in front of the whole city. I was dancing at that time. I did a dance to 69 Boys, Tootsie Roll.
Wow.
And Kitty Cat. And I loved performing. Like, it just lit me up. I went from there to writing. I went from writing to recording. And it was something I just really couldn't live without. It was my way of expressing myself. I really needed music. Like, it was something I needed. And on top of that, it was something I just can't let go of. I've tried to quit 1,000,001 times, but God won't let me quit. So I know it's more than a passion. It's just, I believe it's a purpose. What has kept me going, and I know it sounds a little cliche, but God really has been the one to keep me going, because I've been through a lot in this industry, a lot of ups and downs, a lot of closed doors, a lot of people saying no. And there were plenty times where I wanted to quit. I feel like God wouldn't let me do that. Even my mother at one point, I remember leaving home to pursue my music, and she was so mad I left the house. But she even said, you know what, I decided if God gives you a passion, it's something that you have to pursue. And anytime I would try to quit, opportunities would just come. A bigger opportunity would come, a bigger show would come, a bigger check would come. God just won't let me quit. And that tells me that it's bigger than me. It's a gift that God gave me, and it's something that I have to use, you know? So I just have to keep going. I definitely realized early on that not everyone is going to treat you with the respect that you deserve, especially as a woman in this industry. I realize there's so many different stereotypes that some of the males in the very male-dominant industry at that time, early on, that they want you to try to fit into. I've had so many stories where I meet men who I think are, you know, in the industry and can help, and instead, it's like they want you to turn around and do a favor. For example, I had a guy who I wanted to manage me and invest in my music career the same way he was investing in one of the guys. I saw how hard he was pushing and promoting his artist, and I was like, yeah, I want in on your team. Like, I love how you're pushing your artist. And we set up a meeting. In this meeting, he tells me, oh, well, yeah, you know, you're a woman, and I just want you to make me feel good. If you can make me feel good, then I'll make sure to pay for this and pay for that, and, you know, invest in your music and this and that. And I'm like, make you feel good? What exactly does that mean? This was around 2013, 2014. This was about 10 years ago. I have been experiencing a lot of disrespect, I feel like, from males in this industry for a very long time, way before Afro beats have merged into the States, not just in Nigeria, but in the States as well. Like, just being a woman, I feel like they think with their other head, and instead of trying to think with your real head and think about how I can make you money because I'm best of both worlds. I'm born in Chicago, raised by Nigerians. I'm a rapper. I have the best of both worlds. And instead of you saying like, whoa, that's a check, like this a big market that I can get her into, instead you like, let make you feel good. Excuse me, sir. I'm able to keep my head up high through it all. I think because I was raised by an amazing woman. My mother, I've seen how hard she worked as an immigrant coming to this country with 3 kids, because my father got deported. And so she had to raise 3 kids by herself. And I saw how she worked 2 to 3 jobs to make sure that we were able to eat, to make sure she was able to pay our way through college, to make sure we had clothes on our back. And just seeing and hearing some of the stories that she had to deal with being this immigrant, of how they treated her at work, how they treated her at school, and how she continued to just rise above it all. I think it taught me a lot of resilience as well, and how to rise above it. And my mom always instilled confidence in us. Since I was a little girl, she would make sure we had our hair done. She would make sure our outfits were tea. Okay, I was designing my actual B outfits since a little girl, making sure we looked good every Sunday when we went to church. She really put that confidence in me and my sisters. And having 2 older sisters as well, they're both 6 and 7 years older than me, they gave me that confidence as well. So I always say that confidence is all you need to succeed. And so despite the closed doors, despite all the no's, I had that confidence, and I know who I am, and I know whose I am. I'm God's child, and nobody's bigger than God. So for me, that's all I need to keep going, you know? My sound has a mix of hip-hop, you know, rap, a little bit of Afrobeat. I always had like a Nigerian influence in my music, whether it's just speaking some Yoruba words or whether it's in the beat. But I feel like what shaped that was growing up in a Nigerian church. And even on my album, you'll hear some of that Nigerian choir sound on a couple of the tracks. But also my sister, shouts out to my sister, told me she was working as an expat in Nigeria for years. And she would come home and bring me CDs all the time from P Square and like she would bring me all the CDs, Wande Cole, and I just loved it so much, like that energy and that vibe. And so a lot of that I started to incorporate in my music as well. And so that really helped shape my sound. I also grew up listening to people, of course, like Little Kim, Foxy Brown, Foxy Brown always added a little bit of her Jamaican, like, nah, you know. And so, you know, me, I was like, I'm the Nigerian Foxy Brown, you know. So that really helped shape a lot of my sound. As far as some of the people I've been in the room with, I've opened up for some of your favorite people like David O, Wizkid, Burna Boy, T.Y. Savage, Super Cool Girl. And I met a lot of these people, been in the rooms with them early on before they were even big. Like we were all just trying to make it big at that time, you know. I've been in the rooms with Nicki Minaj. I've been in the rooms with Wande Cole, Mike Jones. I have a whole song and video with him. Don Jazzy, a lot of your favorite artists, honestly. I have a song with Tubaba, Sound Satan, rest in peace. I have to give a shout out to some of the people who really helped me early on. People like Balanle, Nino B. He's a big actor in Nigeria. When I first came to Nigeria, I said I'm coming to pursue my music. He opened up his studio to me. He didn't charge me a thing. He got me producers. You know, he got me multiple demos, multiple songs at that time for nothing, like just for showing love. You know, he lived in Chicago. He showed me mad love, so shouts out to Nino B. JD, I have to give a shout out to JD. When I got to Nigeria as well, he took me under his wing. You know, my first red carpet at the Hetties, I was with JD. Like, he really took me under his wing. He really helped me out when I was in Lagos at that time and just showed me love. Just because he loved my song, Bust My Brain, at that time. He was like, I got you, like, whatever you need. Even T.Y. Savage, when I first met her, she showed me so much love. She gave my demo to Don Jazzy, all that type, you know. That's how you know it's old school, because we had demos, we had CDs. That we were giving out. Niger Coalition DJs, DJ D Money, DJ 3K, Bonsu, so many of the Niger DJs in the coalition, like they showed me mad love. They would spin my record, Bust My Brain, everywhere. Matthew, Industry Nights, I think that was one of my first big performances in Nigeria back then. Bizzle, The Plug, of course, Bishop, rest in peace, Bishop. So many people show me love, man, and I'm super grateful that didn't try to ask for no favors or anything in return. So if I'm missing the name, I'm sorry, but y'all know I love y'all, so thank you. I have helped lay a brick for Afro beats and just bridging the gap between Nigerian America and the music that we have now. So, for example, Bust My Brain, that was a big record back then, and it was aired on Power 92.3, which is a major radio station in Chicago. I'm probably one of the first independent artists to play an Afrobeat song on a national radio station at that time. And shouts out to SLV, he was on that record. I remember back then as well, I would just always promote our music to a lot of my American friends. I would make sure they played in the club. Like I did what I could, right? But I think it's nice to see how far we've just come as a whole though. You know, like I'm obviously not the one who kicked it off, but it's nice to see how far we've come as a whole and how people here are like itching for Afro beats now. They love it. And so I'm happy to see them. I'm happy to see how far we've come. How did sync come about? So sync, first of all, is synchronicity. So the TV shows you watch, the movies you watch, and you hear that music in the background sometimes in the scenes. Yes, so I have had over 2,000 TV shows play my music. And how that came about was nothing but the grace of God, because this was actually during the pandemic, maybe around 2021, when this opportunity came to me. I was ready to give up. I was done with music. I was completely done with music. I had wiped my hands clean, and this is what I mean when I say that God is the one that keeps me going, because I was done. I was tired. Yeah, I was tired. But what happened was I was looking for producers prior to that in DC. I had just moved to DC, and one of my friends said I should follow a producer named Osinachi because he thought Osinachi was still in DC. So I followed Osinachi. You know, he's strict about who follows him. He had a private page. He saw that we had a common connection, Ruckus. And Ruckus was working with Osinachi at the time. So he called Ruckus like, yo, who's this girl that's following me? And Ruckus showed me mad love. He was like, oh, that's Titi LoKei. She been rapping, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, okay, I'm looking for a female rapper for this sync opportunity that he had with Smash Co's music. So he hit me up. We got to talking, and he was like, look, I got this opportunity. And like I said, I was ready to give up at that time. So at first I wasn't really taking it serious, but he was like, look, I'm gonna send you a record, just record something, send it back. So he sent me a beat, I recorded, sent it back. The people called and it was like, yeah, we want to sign her. We want to do a 7-track deal with her for sync. So I'm like, all right. So I had to write specifically, you know, those 7 songs. They wanted like female empowerment, pop, rap, whatever. So gave it to them. And they came back, they said they want another one. So now they want Afro pop or whatever. So it just kept going. And from there, you know, I have placements on like multiple shows. So I do have thousands of sync placements right now. But my favorite placements would have to be Power and The Shy. Power Book 2, because I'm a Power fan. Like, I love watching Power. All the sequels, too. I watch all of them. I'm a big fan. And that was my biggest check. Shouts out to 50 Cent. Pow, pow, pow. And so that was my favorite because I was already a fan of the show. And so the fact that I was on it was like, oh, my God. And it was for a whole scene. Crazy. The second is also The Shy. And The Shy is because, obviously, I was born and raised in Chicago. I just thought it was dope. Like, yo, I'm on The Shy. Like, about Chicago. And so that was a great placement as well. Oh, and Netflix. That's my third favorite. That's my top 3. Power, The Shy, and Netflix. I think my many talents feed into each other. They don't compete because a lot of artists really are actors as well. A lot of actors are artists. For example, if I shoot a music video, I've acted in a couple of my music videos.
What are you doing? Like, what's going on right now?
What do you mean what's going on? I was dancing.
Like, seriously, you gonna really do that? Like, right now?
Yes, I am. What's the problem?
Like, that's disrespectful. Like, you can't do that.
No, it was disrespectful when you was texting that girl. That was disrespectful.
How? Like,
What you mean, how? This
man.
is exactly why we're not together. And I'm with the real one now, so you're going to have to deal with it.
You tripping, like, for real.
I'm tripping?
Yes, you
No,
tripping.
you tripping. What, you big mad or you little mad?
It all feeds together. I dance on stage. I dance in my music videos. It never competes with each other. It really just, it all goes together, honestly. Looking back, I think the moments that mattered the most really were those quiet moments. I feel like in those quiet moments, that's when you can kind of get that reassurance. That's when you can kind of boost your own confidence back up again. That's when you can like recharge, because the industry, there's a lot of different energies in the industry, and sometimes it can be draining. But those quiet moments, you get to remind yourself of why you're doing what you're doing. That's when you get to pour more of yourself into your music without all the noise around you. So I think those would be my Like looking back, although it felt like heavy during those times, those were learning moments. So I'm grateful for those moments. If I can tell my younger self something, like the younger me that was really grinding hard, it would be to protect their energy. It would be protect their energy, pray for discernment with the people around you. Because I learned the hard way that the people that were around me that I thought were supporting me, those were people that were low-key envious and jealous just of my confidence. I didn't even know that people can be jealous of your confidence. You know what I'm saying? So I would tell her to protect her energy, but I would also tell her to always believe in yourself. Don't let anybody dim your light. Because I also realized a lot of people would say, oh, you should do this instead, or why are you wearing that outfit, or why is your hair like that, or you're not doing enough makeup. Like all of that, to try to discourage you is like, no, like stay true to who you are, be confident, and never take no for an answer. Like keep going, you got this. That's what I would tell her. I love that my courage has helped other women dream louder. And it truly has. I get DMs till this day. You never know who's watching you. That's what I've learned. You never know who's watching you. I get DMs where women are like, because of you, I moved to LA because I just love how you take a chance and you move here and this and that. I've had so many women tell me that. Even Emma Naira, she told me like, it's because of you I took the chance and I moved to Nigeria and did this and that. Like, you just never know who you're encouraging by just being yourself. But I'm glad that me taking those risks and me living out loud really helped those women be confident in those decisions they made as well. Like, I'm grateful for that. I would tell that woman who feels unseen in this industry, whether it's Afrobeat or rap, I would tell them never take no for an answer. Nina, all day. Never take no for an answer. When one door closes, another one opens. And usually if a door closes, that's God protecting you anyway. So you just have to really have confidence in yourself and not take no for an answer. And respect yourself. Don't sell your soul, okay? Don't sell your soul out here, ladies, okay? Keep your head up. Do what you got to do. But never take no for an answer. Keep grinding. Yes, so my new album is called Pioneer, and this album is really a mix of all my sounds. Like, I didn't want to put myself in a bubble, so you're going to hear some rap, some trap sounding music, you're going to hear some Afrobeat, you're even going to hear a gospel record on this album as well. Like, it's really every side of me just coming out on this album. And the reason why I titled it Pioneer is because that's who I am. And I think people will see that. Like, there's nobody like me. There's nobody that sounds like me. I have my own lane that I have trailblazed. And I think that's why the industry doesn't know what to do with me, because I'm just different. I'm low-key. Honestly, every life experience, like just... I put my, me growing up in a Nigerian church, you'll hear that influence on the album. I also have a fun side. Like, I like to go out. I like to hang out. I like to twerk a little bit. So you're gonna hear some of that. I like to travel. So you're going to hear some international sounds, like some UK drill sounds in there as well. You're also going to hear some Afrobeat as well. So it's just a mix of just really just what I like to do. So, the woman that made this album versus who I was 20 years ago has less baggage. What I mean by less baggage is I cut out a lot of bad energy around me. And, not just with people, but emotionally as well. And so I feel like this person is refreshed. This person is 100% me. I would say a couple of songs that I've written that I feel like still describes how I feel is, one is Bossed Up, and one is Back Then. Back Then is the song that I worked with Mike Jones on, and it's like back then. Okay. But Bossed Up, I feel like, is the one that still probably resonates till this day. So it's like, Did it solo, did it clean, no manager, no team, no dirty money, just hustle hard, now bitches envy me. I swear this game is cray, and I've been up all day, but I can't stop it now till the fam is straight, cause my daddy didn't do shit, he got deported. I said that nigga didn't do shit, but I bossed up like a lady, like my mama, and I handled all my biz on some presidential shit. And I hate to brag, but what chick you know did it all alone with no hand-me-downs at home? Ho? I mean, I'm just saying, okay. I'm a bad, bad, bad chick, no savings. But I made a blueprint to get rich. Now everyone yelling, I'm that bitch. My enemies, they flatter me. My enemies is my motivation. I'm representing for all the ladies who didn't fuck for no dollar sign. I'm bossed up like a player. You know, and it keeps going. But I feel like that's definitely still my move to this day. Oh, yes, I am now a voting member of the Recording Academy. It means I get to vote for your favorite artists to make sure that they get acknowledged and get that Grammy. That they deserve, you know, and I also am happy because, you know, we get to add more diversity to the members, and yeah, and we'll see that reflected during these award shows, hopefully. So yeah.
Thank you.
Bow. I hope when people see this documentary and they listen to my album, I hope they just remember that this is a girl who went after everything she's ever wanted, you know, just somebody who had a passion, like my mother said, and pursued it. And I hope it encourages other people to do the same. My name is Titi LoKei, and my new album is called Pioneer. Pioneer is a fun record. I recorded most of this in Atlanta, Georgia, with my engineer, JP. I don't have many collabs, but the couple I do, I'll save that as a surprise for the album. But it's a vibrant album. It's really upbeat. You have a couple of slow tempo Afrobeat records as well. But it's an album that I really hope that you all listen to, and I hope you enjoy it and give me your feedback. Let me know what you think. But yeah, checking out LoKei. For a long time, I thought my story was about proving something. Proving I belonged, proving I was good enough, proving I deserved to be in the room. But somewhere along the way, I realized those rooms weren't the reward. The becoming was. I've learned that success doesn't always make noise. Sometimes it plays quietly, low-key, behind the TV scene. Sometimes it shows up as peace. Sometimes it looks like walking away with your dignity intact. There were moments I didn't see my own worth, and God sent people to remind me who I was when I forgot. Today, I'm still the same girl, same heart, same faith, same fire, just less baggage, less fear, and less access to anything that costs my peace. If my story does anything, I hope it reminds you this. Don't rush your calling. Don't shrink your gift. Trust God, trust yourself, and never, ever bet against you, and never take no for an answer. This is not the end of my story. It's simply the chapter where everything finally makes sense.